Hi, I'm Doug.
And I'm Melissa.
You may remember us from such emails as "Here comes the second and third change to our wedding," and "The pandemic strikes back." Or maybe you remember such phone calls as "Melissa and Doug, the reboot. Could you rebook for our 1 year anniversary?"
All right, if you're scratching your head right now, you have to think Troy McClure from The Simpsons. Doug had to break it down for me. So today we are so happy to share the wonderful news, the highlight of our 2020. Doug and I are married. Our wedding took place at our home on 38th Avenue in Minneapolis on June 13th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. A small group of about 30 guests were present to witness the ceremony on the sunny summer afternoon.
There are two things that I know for certain. One is my love for Melissa and our love for each other. The other is that we are fortunate to have an amazing community of loved ones, our friends, family, and neighbors who are so adaptable, supportive, and thoughtful. We didn't have the chance to properly say thank you on our wedding day since the pandemic made it impossible to offer a bathroom and a meal for our guests. Also, many of you could not join us in person.
So we want to share a few things about our wedding celebration, our unique wedding celebration. Can you believe that 10 people traveled long distances by car with few rest stops to attend our ceremony? All 30 people who attended and many who could not contributed to our wedding, from the invites, decorations, sound system, and logistics to the dessert setup and cleanup. The decor was shipped to us across 15 states, and 4 neighbors stepped up to help us share their whole backyards and offer equipment and a lot of other assistance. So now we want to take a moment to properly thank our community, including all of you who stepped in to make our wedding a reality. There are so many stories of people going way above and beyond during this unprecedented time. And it seems as though each detail of our planning was threefold more complicated. And we are overwhelmed by your generosity to step up and make it all happen in very difficult circumstances.
First, Pamela and Michael, Melissa's parents, thank you for driving over 1,600 miles all the way from Florida, for having the change of heart, and for encouraging us to make the wedding happen despite obstacles. We know that it was a difficult decision, and we are so grateful to you. While we were really pumped about the surprise wedding party that was in motion with Pat and John Brazel down in Florida, nothing could have replaced your presence, and I am so happy that you changed your mind and made this possible for us both.
Mom, thank you for all you did to help us prepare, from making over 70 jars of homemade strawberry jam to crafting dozens and dozens of paper mache bowls and creating the family cookie recipe display. You did so much for us. And Dad, thank you for supporting Mom to make these things happen. That was also a big job.
John and Molly, thank you for traveling from Brooklyn, New York, and then quarantining for 2 weeks in Bloomington, all so you could be here for Melissa on her wedding day. John, also thank you for creating the beautiful video slideshow with messages from guests who couldn't attend this year's celebration, and I'm sure Molly had absolutely nothing to do with any help on that at all. Honestly, watching that, feeling the love, helped us power through when we had to cancel our Poplar House plan and plan the at-home wedding. Oh, and John, I loved watching you buy Melissa that treat from the ice cream truck. That was a great way to end the day.
Jenny, Doug's sister, thank you for being present for your brother, for Doug, at our ceremony, and for your beautiful words on multiple occasions. We recognize that it was a big deal for you to drive your family home from the Gunflint Trail on Saturday morning after such a short trip. And as Brene Brown says, vulnerability is all about showing up and being seen. And I am so happy that you showed up and brought Marty's spirit to our special day. We love you.
Thank you, John. And Joe, Melissa's brother. Brother, thank you for saving the day as our at-home wedding coordinator. You stepped up and took the lead, replanning it all in just 3 days. OMG, what would we have done without you? You're the Cuffs family hero, the brave one holding everyone and everything together. Thank you.
Betty, as in Betty Wilkinson. Thank you for being our wedding officiant and really our spiritual guide in so many ways throughout the process. You've adapted as we changed our ceremony script, our venue, and many other details. We're so grateful for you to staying with us through to the end. And Bob, Doug's dad, thank you for being such a loving, constant source of support. Your calmness, your positivity, and wisdom has been super reassuring throughout the process.
I love you, Dad. Thank you. Taliesin and Sierra, thank you for changing your plans and driving from Grand Forks, North Dakota to the Twin Cities to be part of our ceremony. And Sierra, thank you for being such a beautiful flower girl.
My nephew James, thank you so much for playing Hallelujah on the piano. It's totally unbelievable how you make this happen. And I can say that after taking piano lessons myself for over 22 years. Many people don't know that you started taking your lessons just a little over a year ago and had to stop your lessons abruptly in March because of the pandemic. And then you amazingly taught yourself this music without any help from a piano teacher, very little help from your dad or I, and did this all on your own. It's something to be so proud of. Thank you for your persistence and in all of your hours of practicing. We love you so much. And Abel, my nephew, thank you for being our ring bearer. Our rings are extra special because they were designed for us with stones from our family. Did you know that my ring has a diamond that was worn by your great-grandmother and my grandmother for many years, her wedding ring? Both of our rings have diamonds from Bobby that Bobby gave to Gigi early in their marriage.
Elizabeth, thank you for being such a great friend to Melissa, helping us prepare and get organized. Your way of quietly coordinating with Joe on decor and bringing us real champagne for our toast was just what we needed. And you saved the day by bustling Melissa's dress. I was on deck for that task and would probably still be working on it now had you not stepped in. All of that sewing of flags and the runners, the list goes on. You are amazing.
Sam, our next door neighbor, thank you for setting up the sound equipment for us so that our guests could hear the ceremony in the final hour. Kathy, thank you for surprising us with a special dinner on Sunday. It was absolutely delicious. We were so hungry and too tired to cook. And Aletha, Chris, and the Wachter family on the other side of the house, thank you for letting us use your whole yard for our wedding, making signs to block off the street, and for letting us use your fire pit. We love you. Thank you so much. Linda, Jane, Healy, and the rest of the 38th Avenue neighborhood. Also, thank you to all of you for allowing us to block off your street and for being part of our celebration. We can't imagine living anywhere else. This is truly our forever home now.
Jules, thank you for creating our wedding invitations and branding. You are so creative, and we used your design in our messaging and printed materials in so many ways. And you'll see it all come alive again next year.
Dave and Laurel, thank you for creating the unique and personalized Quaker wedding certificate and bring all the fun fabrics into the decor. We'll cherish this art piece for years to come in our home.
And Matt, Chappie, thank you so much for taking all the calls, for helping me through all of this, for being supportive from the bachelor party to running errands for us at the last minute. Melissa and I are so grateful for your friendship.
And to Lindsay, Stacy, Brian, and Kippy, our Poplar House family, thank you for your kindness and your grace when we had to cancel. And actually, all the way along, we had to change and change and change. You were so adaptable. We were just devastated about the situation at the end of the day, that we couldn't be up there. And we're just, I don't know, surprised in so many ways that you brought the party to us here with the flower delivery from Grandma Ray, and by dropping off that really special lemon blueberry wedding cake, and all of the cupcakes. What wonderful surprises, what good-hearted people. We love you guys, and we can't wait for the moment to get up there and have a cocktail with you on the patio at Poplar House.
And finally, Jessie Lee. Thank you for performing at our wedding. Your music is so heartfelt and truly captured the moment for us. Many things couldn't happen as we planned at our wedding, but your music unfolded just as we imagined. And so now, without further ado, we're throwing it over to the show you're here to see. Enjoy our wedding ceremony, kicking off with Jessie Lee.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You're just like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. But at long last love has arrived, and I'm so glad I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Out in the way that I stare, there's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel like I feel, show me that you are for me. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you.
Oh, here it is.
I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby. Now when I say, oh, pretty baby, I'm pretty baby, now the folks making me love you. Let me love you.
Thank you, friends and family that are here today to celebrate the union of Melissa and Doug. Today is about celebrating the oneness of all life, with love at its core. The oneness of us with this land, the sky, trees, nature, with each other, here and throughout the world, and the oneness of Melissa and Doug as they celebrate their official union. We will begin this wedding ceremony by acknowledging that we are meeting on Aboriginal land that has been inhabited by indigenous people for thousands of years. Long before today, there have been Aboriginal peoples who have been the stewards of this place. As newcomers, we're grateful for the opportunity to meet you, and we thank all the generations of people who have taken care In particular, we acknowledge Anishinaabe South people. We recognize and appreciate their historic connection to this place. We also recognize the contributions other indigenous peoples have made, both in shaping and strengthening this community in particular, and our state and country as a whole. Can you hear me?
Get closer to the mic.
How's it? Let's take a moment to dwell on this natural beauty, a beauty cherished by Doug and Melissa, and to think about the deep love they share. In thinking of how to talk about Melissa and Doug's love, the English teacher in me came in, and I chose a poem by the Chilean Pablo Neruda. Doug and Melissa, will you please join hands? Sonnet 17. I do not love you as if you were salt rose or topaz or the arrow of carnations the fire shoots off. I love you as certain dark things are to be loved, in secret, between the shadow and the soul. I love you as the plant that never blooms, but carries in itself the light of hidden flowers. Thanks to your love, a certain solid fragrance, risen from the earth, lives darkly in my body. I love you without knowing how, or when, or from where. I love you straightforwardly, without complexities of trying. So I love you because I know no other way than this, where I does not exist, nor you, so close that your hand on my chest is my hand. So close, it is your eyes that close as I fall asleep. At this time, I'd like to invite the couple to exchange their vows. Melissa, will you deliver yours first?
Doug.
Closer.
My love, my little bear. These vows came to me in a dream, as if from the spirit world. I woke up and your spirit was so strong inside of me, and I knew exactly what I should say. Just as the tree rises up from its roots over time, and inevitably, as part of a greater ecosystem, I rose up individually, and our paths eventually connected at the wind hall. Bound together with humanity in our love and in our suffering, we continue to grow, change, and evolve, both as individuals and as one. And today my heart is so full as I hug my love. Let's always remember this moment. Encircled by our beautiful community, right here in our own neighborhood, with our family, and with our friends. I love you because you show me your true self, and in that openness, you see me and all of my potential. You are my best friend. laughing, involved as a series of others. I promise to love you. Wow. I suppose when our lives are simple and when it is in sickness, I promise to hold you in the highest regard and I'll hold you
And now, Doug, would you deliver your vows?
Melissa, I am so proud to take you as my partner. From the second time we met, I have been thinking and planning for this day. And every day since, I have grown more and more sure. We have already been through so much, I cannot wait to see what else the world has to throw at us. Because I know that we will excel. So today, in front of our friends and family, I vow to be your little bear, to trust and to value you, to ask for help when I need it, especially when I'm searching for something in the kitchen. And I vow to always love you.
The power of positive energy between beings, or love, is what feeds our own individual selves, and therefore us as a whole. As the Beatles put it simply, love is all you need. At this time, let us give this gift to Melissa and Doug together. Now, Melissa's nephew, James Todd, will perform Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen on the piano.
You got it.
Melissa and Doug, please join hands. Do you take Doug as your cherished husband in front of these witnesses and promise to stay by his side through sickness and health, joy and sorrow, so long as you both shall live. And Doug, will you take Melissa as your cherished wife in front of these witnesses and promise to stay by her side through sickness and health, joy and sorrow, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
We'll now exchange rings. Symbol of the sun, earth, and universe. It is the symbol of peace. Let this ring be the symbol of the unity and peace in which your two lives are joined in one unbroken circle. Wherever you go, return to one another and to your togetherness. Melissa, please repeat after me. I, Melissa, give you, Doug, this ring as a sign of my love.
I, Melissa, give Doug this ring as a sign of my love.
With all that I have, I am honored to call you my husband from this moment until forever.
All that
I am
I
honored
am honored
to call you my husband
to call you my husband
from this moment until forever.
from this moment until forever.
Doug, with all that I have, I am honored to call you my wife. From this, I, Doug, give you, Melissa, this ring as a sign of my love.
I, Doug, give Melissa this ring as a sign of my love.
With all that I have,
With all that I have,
I am honored to call you my wife.
I am honored to call you my wife.
From this moment until forever.
From this moment until forever.
Immediately following the ceremony, please make sure that you sign the Quaker wedding certificate that's here on the table if you haven't already done so. And then a photographer will be around to take pictures of friends and family out here in the front yard. And then after that, please join in the backyard. The best way to get there is to go down and around to the alleyway and go down the alleyway to the backyard. And then we'll there wish Doug and Melissa well as they start their lives together. Now, Melissa and Doug, by the power invested in me by the Universal Life Church in the state of Minnesota, I am pleased to pronounce you wife and husband, sealed together today, both in law and love. Melissa, you may kiss the groom. I have the privilege of presenting husband and wife Melissa Cuff and Doug Niemela.
All right. You did it. Yes.